Hello, everyone. My name is Thomas Sawyer with ThomasSawyerChannel, and today we have.
Hi all, Ingrid H. Turner with IngridTurner.com. Don't forget the H in the middle. Thank you, Thomas. I'm so happy to be here today
Yes, ma'am.
with
Just
you.
give us. And Ingrid, are you doing anything? Any projects?
Yeah, I am. Next week, I'm teaching a master class, and I'm all cocky, and I call it How to Live Epically. Essentially, it's like bringing all of my spiritual tools together, and I'm teaching a pay what you can master class. So if you go to my website, you can see right there on the homepage. And what that means is whatever exchange you can manage. If you want to be there, if you're attracted to it, sign up. I'm gonna start it next week.
And you can go to IngridHturner.com. It is in the StreamYard profile. Give us a few minutes to share out, and we will be ready to go. Let's see if that worked. Hold on. Hey. Hello, everybody. Ingrid, you're still muted. And we are back. It's $35, cosmic readings and healings. We have an open list, guys. We're going to start off first with Christina Santi. And we're going to go from there. So, guys, we still have openings if you guys are interested. And you love our beautiful hats that we are wearing today.
We're doing
Mine's
hats
a little
today.
misshapen, but it's my
Mine's
gardening.
new.
My gardening cowboy hat. And okay. Anyways, here we go.
Okay. I'll begin.
I always let you go first.
Yeah. But wait, really quickly, like,
yeah.
Holy crap, that intro. I hadn't seen that. The music started and I was like, whoa, we're doing it tonight. Holy cow, it was amazing. Dang, I'm impressed. But anyway, okay, so grounding.
Yeah.
Christine, you gorgeous, gorgeous human. What am I feeling? Okay, so my body, I'm feeling tension in my shoulders and I'm feeling some thumping in my heart. What is that? Is really interesting. It's not, I don't know if it's quite fear, but let's pull some cards and see what we got. Okay, Death, Three of Cups, the Son of Pentacles, and the Father of Cups. All right, and the Two of Swords. So you are in the midst, my sweet, what I'm picking up here, you're in the midst of a big transformation. When we pull the Death card, I mean, that's always a really big transformation is afoot. And the thing about the Death card is it's this deep inner transformation, and you might not even see so much on the outside, but it's a long, slow, like decomposing, of your old self in order to reveal your authenticity, which is your bones. It's revealing your bones. All the flesh is coming off. That's the visuals they're giving me. Very nice. Thank you, Spirit. And for you, I feel like this is really happening around your relationships. I feel like you're feeling a lot of transformation within your friendships, in your community, in your relationships. Could even very well with the Father of Cups here, you could be looking at your romantic life. And the Son of Pentacles, I like the Son of Pentacles there because it tells me that you're really grounded. I feel like you're a very grounded person. I'm getting pulled back to the heartbeat that I was feeling, this thumping in my chest. While even as things are happening inside of you and around you that are frightening, like change is happening, I feel this sense of like you're not so afraid. You have fear come up, but you are not afraid because you are so grounded in your body. You're grounded, you're rooted in at your feet, you're rooted into the earth. And right now you're just going to have to kind of churn through this transformation. You're going to see a lot of changes in your relationships, and that's just going to be a part of the transformation that's happening. The Two of Swords here says that A, you're not done, and B, you don't have all the information. You just don't have all the information that you need to make any real decisions right now. You're in a bit of a holding pattern, and things are going to be shifting on the inside, and you're going to see that reflected on the outside. And again, I really feel like relationships is the big one for you. We have the Father of Wands on the bottom of the deck, and the Father of Wands is, I always look at this card as like, this is like the CEO. He's the guy who can see the trends, who can see what's coming. And some people are really gifted that way. I'm reminded, a very good friend of mine has a really good sense, like intuitive sense of what's coming in terms of like what's kind of be like the next big thing. Like he was somebody who talked about like Bitcoin is going to be really big. And this was like years before really Bitcoin caught on. The rest of us were like, yeah, be quiet. You don't know it. Yeah. And the Bitcoin got really big, and he was like, I told you. And he did the same thing with like 3D printing. That's the kind of energy of the Father of Wands. So you have a really clear perspective. You can see patterns. You can see what's coming. And you're used to being able to see what's coming. But also in this situation, you still don't have all the information because we have the Two of Swords here. You don't have everything. It's coming. More information is coming. In the meantime, you're going through an inner churning process, an inner transformation that is having a lot of impact on your relationships. And I'm also hearing the way you relate to people. You're relating to other people. I feel like you're starting to feel like the way you're relating to people feels like awkward or sticky or not the same. And it's not as easy as it was. And that's okay because you're transforming. And so your relationships are going to transform. Some of those relationships may fall away. Some of them may. And you don't have to make it personal. It can just be, energy is not a value judgment. There are people we energetically connect with. And then when we outgrow, the energy shifts with them or with us, then there's an energetic disconnect. And we don't have to make a value judgment on that. So the amount of suffering that you experience in your relationships is optional. It's up to you. But you are going a transformation. Your energy is shifting and your relationships will be shifting as well. But whatever relationships shift out or vibe out, that's going to make room for new relationships, more fulfilling relationships to come into your sphere, and be much more like satisfying and easier. Because whenever we up level, we go through this death, this inner transformation, we end up at a breakthrough and we end up a lot happier and more fulfilled. And here's the thing, it's like, this is not a one and done. Any human who is committed to their growth and their expansion is going to go through cycle after cycle of this transformative experience. But I love how grounded I feel like you are. The energy on my shoulders tells me that you do feel some resistance and some burden and kind of like, what the hell, because it's not, but you're fine. If things are better than you think they are, you don't have all the information, just get good with that and stay in the turning, stay in the transformation. Over to you, Thomas.
I'm looking.
Okay.
Cards are connecting in weird ways. Hold on. Number one, dear Christine. I'm just gonna call you Miss Santi. Miss Santi. So the first message I got was looking at your Taurus placements in your birth chart. I don't know if you've looked at that, but maybe you need to have your birth chart read, because there's something happening with your energy, as Ingrid was talking about, but there's something else happening too. And it's happening through the planetary alignment. So when you look at a birth chart at a specific moment of when it's happening, you can start to see that different things are going on within you right now. I needed to tell you that for some reason. My guys just kept saying Taurus placements over and over again. So number two. So in the past, you were looking for, it's like you came to a point where you were listening for cosmic guidance, and I feel like there came a point where you're starting to shut down because of what other people are judging. Okay, good. So where other people are starting to think or project what they feel upon you, and I feel like you step back from your psychic abilities, is what I'm hearing. So you step back from like looking farther deeper into the rabbit hole of who you can be. But they're saying, understand that this is the time for you to start stepping forward and looking deeper into who you are and what you're avoiding. So these two cards, that's what's sticking out to me so much in my vision, is these two cards specifically. So number one, that's listening to the truth. But number two, this is more important. It's what you're avoiding. Every journey starts with a single step. Now, I need you also to look up angel number 12, because they're saying this is significant. But angel number 12 for you is going to be very significant. But what you're avoiding by that means is every journey starts with a single step. I'm saying don't be so concerned. They're going to say some same stuff Ingrid said. Don't be so concerned with where you're at right now, but start. They just keep saying start, because you're going to start seeing things in a different, as you move any energy away and you move more energy, as you move something away, other energy replaces it. So your shift in perspectives, you start to see things differently. And as Ingrid said, they're mentioning the friends thing. Listen, I've had a lot of friends come and go, and I've gotten to the point where I just like, fuck it. Even though I'm a very emotional sign, and so I'm getting with you because I'm feeling that emotion. But it comes a point where you just got to go with what God, universe, source is telling you have to do. Be like, fuck it, man. This is what I have to do. So it could be hard, but I feel like those people are going to be replaced, I'm hearing. So the next right action is focus on the light. So you need to focus on what you have in front of you. And they're saying start having gratitude for the things that you're having in your life, and start having gratitude for the things that are important to you. I don't know if you're medicating yourself with anything, but they're saying don't overly medicate yourself. It doesn't mean you can't escape reality, which is fine. Everyone does that in their own ways. But the point is don't overly medicate yourself, they're saying. Because the energy you're walking into is this. I don't know what an in-between walker is, but that's what I'm seeing. It's like someone who walks in between their pain that they've overcome and who they truly are. It's shapeshiftery is what I'm saying. But that's the energy. Does that make sense, Ingrid?
Mm-hmm.
Can you elaborate? Because they're saying I can't.
Well, yeah, what I'm feeling is there's a weaving in and out of energies, even realities, like dimensions. Like what Spirit is telling me is we time slip and dimension slip way more than we realize we do, than we recognize we do. And I think that's what Spirit is trying to intimate to you to get to her is like there's time slipping going on. It's in one timeline, then in back in this one, and it's sort of slipping, going back and forth. I see like a snaking. Does that make sense?
Yeah. So there's something about you understanding the complexities. I'm just going to channel this. Understanding the complexities of dimensions and timelines and other universes. And understanding maybe how to teach that if you so want to. But I have a feeling that you may actually be teaching that in about getting 2 to 5 years. But it could be a lot sooner than that. Time's not time isn't fixed over there. So that could mean 3 months, but I doubt it means 3 months. You have to go through this process I'm hearing first. And as you go through that, go ahead.
Sorry to interrupt. I keep hearing present. Right now, you got to be present. You got to stay really present right now. You don't have all the information is what I'm getting, like I got before. I think that's what you're getting is like the Spirit is saying, be present. You don't have all the information to do anything with this. You just got to be with it.
Yeah. But I need to do some healing for you. So, Christine, I know you're not on the feed because you said you were working. Okay. Just say I accept in your head when you see this. So what I'm doing is I'm bringing in different codexes and codes that you need. And plus they're adding some kind of salamander energy to this. You may want to look up what that means. Salamander, spiritual animal. Now, there. You're going to feel that right there. You're going to feel that right there. Yes. Okay, cool. Shit. Okay. Yeah.
All right.
And Christine, you're on. You just have to go back and rewatch Christine. I just see that you're on. You might actually already be watching. So you may have already seen it. But yeah. Also, so the present part here. It's really simple and it's really hard.
Yeah.
But go outside, turn off everything. And there is another hack, actually, they're saying. Something I've been using. It's a YouTube channel called The Power of You. That is The Power of You. And put in some headphones. It's almost like HemiSync. It synchronizes both sides of the brain. And it's very good. It's very good. I listen to it at night all the time. But it will help synchronize that so you can stick into a flow state where you're going to be in the moment. To understand what you need to do. Yes. Ooh, okay. Snap me back in. Thank you. Okay. So next up we have Miss. Thank you, Christy, for being here. Next up we have Ivy. We have Ivy Bell.
Beautiful Ivy. I love that name. That name is so just like fantastical and magical. Ivy Bell. Okay, Ivy. What are you feeling in you, sweet woman? So I'm feeling a lot of energy in the sacral chakra right now and the throat chakra. Y'all are probably getting how much I feel in my body right now. A lot of it is just very deep in the body and related to the chakras. Ivy, this is about creativity and expressing your creativity It's getting to the point, what I'm hearing from spirit is getting to the point where you can't get away with not expressing your creativity anymore. And I'm not talking about artistry. Artistry is different than creativity. Artistry is like, it's just the medium for your creativity, your creative energy to flow from. I'm getting honesty, like being honest with your expression, your creativity, your sensuality, your sexuality, that energy, like really bringing it forth and bringing it out is getting to the point where that's really important for you to get to the next level, like the next you level, expand into the next highest expression of you. And you're having a hard time really letting yourself be completely open with that creative and sensual energy. And it's not your fault, is what spirit is saying. Now I'm feeling the root chakra, and I'm feeling like it's about your sense of safety and security. And it goes back to childhood, and you were not safe in your childhood, is what I'm getting. You were not safe. And as a result, it is hard for you to express the very deepest depths of you and your creative energy. And they want me to talk a little bit more about that creative energy, just to like reiterate that this is not about I'm painting a picture or I'm writing a poem. That is one way that our creative energy can come out into the world, but it's like a way of being for you. It's a radiance. You radiate this incredible, sensual, just potent energy. And when you have experienced it in short bursts is what I'm getting. And when you do, you feel how magnetic you are, and you see it in the way that people respond to you, your magnetism. And so it's getting to the point, because what they're telling me is because the frequency of the planet is shifting and we are bumpily riding into the new earth. For you, that means you have to expand through your fear, and you have to really, really learn to express that creativity, that creative energy, and bring it out through the throat chakra. Okay. And your throat feels very blocked to me. It feels like you have a very hard time speaking your truth, the depths of you, the depths of your truth. And it's not so much you can't get words out or have a conversation. It's not even about opinions. It's about, it goes deeper. It's deeper. And again, this feels like it's hard for you because you weren't safe in your childhood. You weren't safe in your childhood. Okay, let's pull some cards for you. 3 of Swords, Judgment, holy cow. 8 of Swords, 7 of Wands with the 8 of Cups. Yeah, honey, this is getting uncomfortable. This is getting physically, mentally, emotionally, and spiritually uncomfortable for you. You're hurting, and it's okay. It's you're going to get through this. You have the Judgment card here, which means clarity is coming. If you haven't received it already, and maybe this reading is part of that clarity, but clarity is coming. The Judgment card, I know this wonderful tarot card reader. She used this analogy with the Judgment card that I'll never forget, and I repeat it all the time. The Judgment tarot card is like this. It's like you've lived your whole life in a pitch black room, but you know where everything is because you've lived there your whole life. You know there's things on the floor and there's furniture and you can make your way around. But then one day somebody comes in and flips on the light. Nothing has changed, but how much do you change? How much does your life change? How much does your perspective change? That's what the Judgment card is giving you. But look at this. You have heartbreak. And you have the 8 of Swords. You're really hard on yourself. You are just going to town on yourself, and you don't have to. It's all because of this clashing within you, this creative energy, this authenticity, this incredible magnetism and feminine power is like boiling up inside you, and is hitting your throat chakra, and you're too scared to open your throat and let it out. You have that fear. And so then these two things are hitting each other, that closed throat and that boiling inside you. And when it hits you, it becomes extremely uncomfortable, but you're on higher ground than you think you are. You're doing better than you think you are. Like, you're really beating yourself up. But remember, swords are about the mind, and the mind lies, period. The mind is a liar. You have the 8 of Cups here. There's things you need to walk away from. There's what I'm getting is there are relationships you need to walk away from. There are commitments you need to walk away from. You just need to break ties. You need to break ties with what is not fueling you, what is not making your life easier and more joyful. Whatever is tying you down and making you feel like you have obligations, they're not your obligations, is what I'm hearing. And then on the bottom of the deck with the Son of Swords. So this is about brutal honesty. This is about brutal honesty, and that's the throat chakra. You're going to have to be brutally honest in these situations in order to break through this energy, but it's going to get more and more uncomfortable. This isn't going to ease up until you allow yourself to embody and communicate. And the throat chakra isn't just about talking. It's how any way that we communicate our authentic selves. That can be your body language. It can be your energy. It can be your words. It can be whatever way that you communicate yourself to the world. So work on that. And I feel like you have really good tools to work on the throat chakra. You can do energy clearing. You can do mirror work is what I'm hearing. And walking away from these connections that are causing you to feel like you are carrying the burdens and responsibilities of other people, that are causing you to feel obligated to things that are not yours. You have to let go of that stuff. And that brutal honesty is being brutally honest is gonna bust open. It's like a dynamite blast is what I'm hearing. That'll bust open the throat chakra. And I feel like for you, it's hard for you to do that. You have a lot of fear that you need to push through. But if you push through that fear, if you expand through that fear and you stand in your truth, what is that quote? Speak your truth even if your voice shakes. Who said that? I think Eleanor Roosevelt maybe said that. I can't remember. Speak your truth even if your voice shakes, because the essence of you is needed for this new world, for this new earth. Your attendance is required. All right, darling.
It's quite a bit here, Ivy. Number one, I want you to study how people speak, I'm hearing.
That's good.
And study how they speak. So I have this thing that I do, Ivy. If I'm don't know how to do something, I'm more than willing to look at how somebody else does it. I may take portions of it and throw away portions of it, but that doesn't matter. The point is, whatever resonates with me, that's what I start emulating. Because as Ingrid said, you need to speak, and I'm getting it's almost studying how men speak. You don't have to be to the point where it's like they're saying, you don't have to be like in someone's face screaming, but how they put down boundaries, how they put down things that no longer serve them, how they put down, like, it's like with me, I just slam down boundaries with certain people. I'm like, okay, this doesn't work anymore, boundary. This doesn't work anymore, boundary. This doesn't work anymore, boundary. And not everyone's going to agree with you. That's what I'm hearing. Not everyone's going to agree with how you do it, but at the end of the day, everyone's opinion is their opinion, and all that matters is your opinion. If you're doing it however you feel, right or wrong, doesn't matter, because you'll shift it later on. But you've got to start trying to move into that energy, because you have to try. Trying's a good word. Try to move into that energy a bit more, but they're saying you're helping way too many people. It's like people are pulling at you from all angles. You don't need that shit. I literally, if it was me, this is just if it was me, I would come in with a sword and just be like, cut, 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 cut. All these cords that are being pulled in. All of you back the fuck off. I have shit to do. Exactly.
Cut.
Cut it. And I have shit to do. I'm sorry. It is what it is. Can't deal with this shit anymore. And I feel like that you're taking care of so much. But they're saying you're neglecting yourself in the process. You can't always save the world. And you'll notice as you let these people go that a lot of them will kind of disappear because you don't have what they need anymore. You don't have what they need. Because I guarantee you, half those people you're helping, when you call them for help, they're probably not going to help you. So you follow where I'm going, Ivy. Putting in those boundaries. This is what's important. I'm going to do a bit of energy work on it. Just a bit, they're saying. So I'm going to open my hand and tap into your field. There. Open up the feminine energy. Open just on her, please. Open up the feminine energy, the masculine energy, and weave. release, recalibrate, light. Bring in the codes of the higher realms that I need. Thank you. So for those that are clairvoyant, you'll be able to see this. They're spinning around my hands. And now. Also, he's a taskmaster, but Merlin wants to work with you. So maybe you need to go talk to Merlin. He is an alchemist, he says, and he's a shaman, an alchemist. He fits into all these different ways of how you feel about things. So he's saying he wants to work with you. They say go, and I'm going to say the same thing I said for the last reading. Go get the power of you, set the intention on paper is what I'm hearing, that you want to talk to Merlin. It might take a few times. It might happen immediately. I don't know. But set the intention, write it down like 20 times is what I'm saying, that you want to talk to Merlin. And you're not going to stop until you talk to Merlin. And then put in the headphones. It's called The Power of You. And go talk to Merlin. He can be a bit of a taskmaster. He says he's going to be a bit more gentle, though, because he knows how he needs to be when he talks to people. So. Yeah. And that will help you out dramatically. Ooh, that has sent me in all kinds of different dimensions. Okay, whatever. Okay. Next up, we have Beverly Farmer. Miss Beverly Farmer is on the feed.
Miss Beverly. All right, darling. Oh, I just did a flare. Oh, I like that energy for you. Okay. What I'm getting is here's what I'm feeling in my body, my darling. I'm feeling like tightness and constriction in my body. And I was just pulling some energy out, and then my hands did like, whoa, flare, like a jazz dancer. And I just got this like move in the body and expanding yourself out and breaking free of this kind of this crystallized feeling I have. I feel like you're very, like, if you feel into your own energy, you're going to recognize how contracted you are, like you're tense in your shoulders and you're kind of doing this, like even your body and your energy, your aura is kind of going in, and you're making your experience very, very small because your energy is just like contracted into your body like this. And spirit would like you to start busting out of that. If you want to do like a dance class or something to move your body, to put yourself out there, what spirit is showing me is you have such pizzazz and charisma and drama, but I don't mean drama in the negative way. I mean like on stage, like a stage drama, like there's this dramatic energy to you that is really is potent, and it's out there, and it affects those around you. And that's your highest expression right now. And I feel like you're not living there. You're living in this kind of contracted place where your energy and you don't mean to. It's just kind of where your conditioning has led you throughout your lifetime, is sort of smaller and smaller and smaller and shrinking yourself. And I feel my power center, and I actually want to suck in my stomach and make myself really, 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 really small. And spirit is saying that's enough of that nonsense. That's enough of that nonsense. It's going to feel weird for you to be like jazz hands when you're very used to being contracted like this. But spirit is wanting you to bust out of that, to move your body, to be big, to take up space, to be outrageous even. I mean, like outrageous in your clothes, outrageous in your expression. And I mean outrageous in the best possible way. I don't mean that with any negative connotation. But that's what and I feel like, I don't know how old you are, but what spirit is showing me is like 50s, 60s, like an image of that. And I think what spirit is saying to me is like, you're out of time to play in that tiny, small arena. It is time for you to get living with your life and spend the rest of your life in this place that is happy and big and bold and dramatic and just really putting your body out there. Dance would be amazing for you. It would be hard for you is what I'm getting. It's going to be challenging for you to break out of your shell, but spirit is saying break out of your shell you must, because you're here to there's this gift of yours, this pizzazz that you possess that's innately inside of you. It's meant to be shared, and it's meant to be a tool of inspiration for the younger generations. is what I'm getting. You're meant to inspire younger women to be more of who they are capable of being through you being that. And of course, because we have free will, we choose whether to express our gifts or not. And for you, I feel like you've just been through so much, like you've just gotten the message so many times about being too much, too big, simmer down, calm down. And you've just really internalized that and you're making yourself small, 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 small. But what I get is like your body and your expressions want to be big. And it's a big part of who you are. It's a core, it's who you are at core. And when you embody that, when you really have the courage to step into that and be big and bust out of your shell, then you're going to be inspiring other people. And you have contracts, is what I'm hearing in this lifetime, with younger women and girls who are here to look at you, and you are meant to be a guiding force for them through your lived experience, which is big, pizzazz, dramatic. Like getting on stage, dancing, acting. It's just like if these are tools, these are things that you can use to help you bust out of that shell and bust out of that energy. Okay, let's pull some cards now. Shuffle, shuffle, shuffle. Okay, 8 of Pentacles, you're working on it. You're working on it. You see it. Ace of Swords. You see this. You absolutely see it's the devil. You have fear. It's hard. It's hard for you to bust out of this. But you have the Empress here, which I see as success, and the Chariot, which is vast success. And it's going to take you out of your comfort zone. You have the Two of Wands on the bottom of the deck. So you're working on it. You're actively taking steps and working on getting out of this shell. You're not going to stay trapped in the web. You're not going to stay trapped in the web anymore. You're working your way out of it. You're making your way out of it. This is new, radical new insights. I love this card because it's also about, it's about those inherited beliefs that we have, those thoughts that we think that are not even ours, and we just believe them because they've always been there. You're starting to recognize what's yours, what's not, what works for you, what doesn't, and you're really starting to see, oh, I don't have to believe that. I don't have to believe I have to stay small. I don't have to embody that. I can do that differently. And then the devil here is like, you got a lot of hurt here. I feel like there's a lot of hurt when it comes to this notion of staying really small and tight and contained and not being big, like simmer down. I feel like you have dealt with an abusive or several abusive relationships, romantic relationships, where you've really been beaten down. This is what I feel. What I'm feeling with this card is you've been abused, and I feel like you've been abused on all fronts, emotionally, physically, mentally. I mean, it just feels like you really have been through the ringer with this, but your day is here. You have really come so far, and you're seeing things, and you're ready to bloom into who you really are. And it's going to take some effort, and that's okay. It's not going to be that easy. But the Chariot card says that there's no way you're going to fail at this. Look at that card. It's just like barreling forward. Okay. And the Two of Wands says it's out of your comfort zone. It's for sure uncomfortable, and it is uncomfortable, but I am cheering you on, my love, because it's going to be such a gift for you and your lived experience. And I'm really feeling the gift that this is for the women and the girls who come into contact with you, who even just see you on the street, living this incredible, big, bold, brazen, outrageous experience. And you have no idea the impact that this will have on people. And I'm so happy to be like feeling that. That feels like a really big deal. Okay, beautiful Thomas, over to you.
I keep seeing Cruella. If you haven't seen it, Beverly, I'd go watch the movie Cruella. There's a lot of messages there for you. It's a Disney movie, but it's actually quite amazing. Anyways, you'll understand when you watch it, I'm hearing. I've seen it. So the thing number one is that it's about that too. It's about you moving out of that energy and moving into something totally different, because she like changes the way she looks, but I can't go into ruin the movie. But the point is that all these cards are coming together like this. Like they're coming together like this. Like I can't even separate them. Like I could, but this is how they wanted to come out. So all of these cards are super strong, but they're saying you're going to have to take a step in one direction. So one of those, so I'm just going to give it to you how it's coming out, is number one is as simple as getting out and finding other like-minded people like you. I'm seeing a group. You need to get in with a group of people that can help you start to see the other side of how reality is for you in a spiritual sense, and see what you can offer to that, because you're too confined in the space you're at. And yeah, this is one of the cards. They keep having me flip it. Number 2, that's going to lead to inspiration, as Ingrid was already talking about. It's going to lead into an inspiration of another idea, is what I'm hearing. Literally, they're showing me the sun and the moon. So I know that means something in tarot. I know the sun's like one of the most strongest cards. But they're showing me like the moon to the sun. So it's like you have this darker outlook and all of a sudden it all becomes brightened. Number 3, which leads into inspiration, leads into reading this card totally differently. So Pandora's gift, but it's not Pandora's gift. She's holding a mask. That's what they're looking at. They're saying you can be whatever you want to be and present whatever you want to present to the world, because you've had these past lifetimes as a performer. And you can, anything you've done in a past lifetime, you can do in this lifetime. And once you start to embody, I'm just going to channel, once you start to embody that energy, you can all of a sudden embody it again. Like it's going to come in like a flash. And that was actually part of my healing, me snapping, because it's bringing that energy back to you a bit. But they're saying you're going to have to start. We have free will here. But as Ingrid stated earlier on the earlier reading, is that it's going to become uncomfortable if you don't. And eventually you're going to get, sounds dire. I'm not trying to make it sound dire. You're going to get pushed one way or the other. And then I'm seeing something with, I don't even want to go there, but the power of attraction. This can mean like 15 different things they're saying. They're saying don't just flash the card is all I needed to do. Which leads into this, which is whatever your soul contracts are and whatever you're supposed to bring into this world, that's going to further teach women, children, older adults by seeing who you are. But they're saying first, this is not what you need to be focusing on right now. Is Legacy of Light, which is the strongest card in the deck. But all these are super strong cards, but you need to focus first on the first step. Moving into that first step is going to lead you into the other portions you need to go into. But you have to take the step. This is for everyone watching the feed I'm hearing. This is how things work. So if you want something, you can't wait around for everyone else to do it for you. You have to be willing to actually take the first step to move into it. If people in your life are not working for you or they're dragging you down, set boundaries. They're saying gently, but set boundaries. If they don't respect those boundaries, set stronger boundaries. If they don't respect those boundaries, set stronger boundaries. If you want to go that far, just get rid of them. Same thing that I said to Ivy earlier. If they're not going to respect what you're giving them and they're not giving you back what you're giving them, what's the point? What's the point? Because when you pull your energy away, all of a sudden they're going to be like, well, I need this and I need this. And you ask for something and they can't help you with shit. Yeah. Yeah. They have me very, very masculine today. Okay, so, but it is what it is. It is what it is. Just do it, is what they're saying. Move. Go find a community. You got to find a community. That's the most important thing, number one. You got to find some kind of group that you can go hang out with. I don't care where it's at. Listen, I went to a drum circle. They mentioned this earlier to me when Ingrid was talking. I went to a drum circle Sunday. And I invited a bunch of people, and a bunch of people didn't want to go, and that's cool, whatever. But a lot of people did. And it was just being around that community of people with friends. It was a good thing for me. So it was a good thing for a lot of people that were there. But just simply being with those people is going to open up other doors for you. Yeah, that's the reason. Thank you, dear. Whew. You care if we take a short break?
Let's take a short break.
Okay.
Grounded.
Guys, I'm going to put in another intro because that one's going to be a little, I think it'll be too much for a little few people. Do appreciate it, Michelle. I know you're watching. Don't get mad at me. But we still have openings. It's $35 donations. We will be back in about 2 minutes, give or take. And I'm just going to put this video file in, and we will get to it. So let me find one of these intros. Open and kaboom. There we go. Boom. We are back. We are back in business. Guys, we still have openings. It's $35 donations for cosmic readings and healings. Next up, we have soul treats.
Okay. Sweet woman. I was feeling this while we were on break. My shoulders and neck are feeling really tight right now. And that's interesting. As soon as I said that, I felt the energy kind of close off. I don't know if you meant to do that or maybe I just lost you, but can you help me out here? Can you intentionally open your heart, the auric around your heart and your power center? I feel like you're going through a hard time. I feel like you're closing off, like protective maybe, like you don't want me in or don't want people in, don't want to deal with it. It feels slippery to me. It feels a little bit hard to get in and read you today. So if you could just kind of continue to open up to me, I'll pull some cards. Let's see what we got. Now I'm feeling this energy of like, I'm feeling like spirit is coming through and wanting to intimate to you, to give you a lot of reassurance is what I'm getting. I'm feeling like a lot of reassurance, reassuring love. Like, you know, you are loved, you are on the right track, you are on the right path, you are doing things, you're right where you need to be. You're not messing up, you're not off track, you're not going too slow. It's just, that's kind of the energy that I'm getting. Is like, you're good, you're good, you're good. I feel a lot of nourishing and nurturing energy coming to you from divine spirit. It's trying to get to you. And I feel like what I'm getting is kind of like a closing off. And I feel just a lot of resistance in my shoulders. And okay, so I pulled the 8 of Swords, the Daughter of Pentacles, the World, and the Strength card. Okay, and then the Five of Swords and the Magician. Okay, so when I pull all of these together, I can see that you are wrapping up a cycle. That's the World card here. It's positive, like it's a really positive card, but it's not always an easy card depending on what we're wrapping up. The other Strength card here, so you're doing a lot of healing. You're doing a lot of healing right now, and you have a tremendous amount of strength. You also have the Daughter of Pentacles here, and so I feel when I see this, Spirit wants me to is asking me to reassure you that not reassure you, to validate, to reflect back to you your own strength with these two cards, your ability to move through what you need to move through. And I get this feeling that you don't really want the world to see your struggles. You don't want people to see it. You'd rather just deal with your stuff in private and not have, because you don't want to, you're not a victim, you're not looking for anybody to feel sorry for you. You're really averse to that. But that aversion, and I understand that really deeply, the aversion to being seen as needy or being needy or poor me or, anything like that. The way it backfires for you is you inadvertently cut off resources, people who can help you and want to help you, and energy that can and wants to help you and can make your life easier. Sometimes you can really make things harder on yourself because you're working so hard not to be a victim and to be so strong. So sometimes your strength will backfire, and it doesn't mean you get through it. You absolutely get through it, but you can take the long way sometimes instead of a shortcut if you opened up and accepted some help and let yourself be seen and be seen more vulnerably. Because we have the Eight of Swords here. The Eight of Swords is the swords are about the mind. So it is so often how we are our own worst enemy with what goes on in our mind. And this one is really speaking to me about depression. This one is the depression card. It's like you're really just in a slump and having a hard time. And the Five of Swords is a challenging card. This talks about defensiveness, putting up a wall, keeping people out, cutting people down sometimes because you don't want to. No, but then you have the Magician card here. The Magician is a really powerful card. It's one of the most powerful cards in the deck. It means you can do anything. You have all the tools you need. And you know this. Spirit keeps saying she knows this. Okay, she knows this. You don't need me to tell you how great you are, what a badass you are, that you are fully capable of moving through this. But what you do need is love. And you do need love from me. And I am giving you and sending to you and transmitting to you all of the love that I have in my own heart and all of the appreciation, and wants you to know that you are seen and you are appreciated and you are who you know yourself to be. I want to be able to reflect that back to you, and Spirit wants to reflect that back to you. Okay? All right. Over to you, Thomas.
This came up in the last reading, Soul Truths. They want me to say her first name. Call in all the people that you help. Because you help a lot of people.
Agreed. I got a full body yes with that one, Thomas. Call us in.
I'm calling like a nuclear holocaust of healing. Call them all in. Everyone that they say fuck if they even resonate with you or not, but everyone that you feel works. Call them all in to help you. It doesn't have to be all at the same time, but one by one by one by one. They don't want you to get overloaded. But that's going to be the next step. They're reminding me, Soul, I'll call you that. They're reminding me, Soul, of when I used to go live, and this would really piss some people off. I would just talk about my personal life and my problems, and I'd never say people's names, but I didn't give a shit what anyone thought about me. Even if I did, I was just ranting for the sake of ranting because it was just fun to do. And I'm supposed to tell you that message. And they're saying, why do I keep saying a knife? Okay. So Oh, hold on. I don't know. Maybe that's somewhere in there, but it doesn't have to do with any of the people you work with. Maybe it's in the future. But they say you'll be able to, because I'm seeing a suit of armor, and when that knife comes in, you have armor, and you have the people to back you up. They're saying this is a possible timeline, probable, possible. I don't know where they're going with that, but they say you'll figure that out. Don't be concerned about that right now. It's not. It's not on the horizon. It's something about though bringing back energy from your childhood into this one. That's what they want me to say with that. Okay. Number 2. My left teeth are hurting. My left ear is hurting. So to me, this signals femininity. Because my left side, I feel feminine a lot for different reasons and other things on the left. But I'm trying to think how to word this. What I would say is go have some fun. If I was on TikTok, so I could say exactly what I wanted to say. But go out and have some fun if it feels right for you. I feel like you need to be touched. Whether that, I heard a massage before I even said that earlier. So maybe go get a massage from a really hot dude is what I'm hearing. Like a real muscle bound hot guy. You know, it doesn't have to have the part at the end. I know you're gonna laugh, but the point is that you get my point. Go get a massage from a hot dude, or go on a date or something. Even if it doesn't go anywhere, I'm hearing, just to get out and get into that masculine energy. And yeah, I mean, I could cover the spiritual aspects. I think Ingrid did an excellent job at that. That's what I feel. Because the cards are saying the exact same things. Have faith in what you're going through right now. But I am sensing one thing. So this is a current. So going beyond normal, but I'm not even looking at what the card means. I'm looking at the buttons and the light bulb. There's loads of ideas going on in your head, and they're saying try to kind of take not a break, but kind of just move away from that a little bit if you can. Oh, they're going back to the cabin. I don't know if you put that into perspective yet, but wherever you're going, go there. But that's also going to cut you off too. But that's a good way of cutting you off. But also, I feel like you've got to be around some dudes. And they're showing me Doctor Strange. So maybe you need to go find some dude that looks like Doctor Strange. It's going to make you feel happy. And it's going to be magical. And you get where I'm going with this. They say she understands. I don't want her to slap me with energy. So the point is that go find a hot dude, get a massage, or go on a date. Maybe go to some spiritual mixers I'm hearing. See, I said healing. I didn't mean to say healing. Go to a spiritual mixer of some sort so you can be around some nice dudes. I think you'll be surprised by what happens. Might take a couple, but everything takes a couple times sometimes. That's just how life works. Might happen right away. Yeah. But you need to call these people in, they're saying, for you. Yes. Call them in for you.
Yeah.
Yeah.
They're so you will be amazed and humbled at how many people enthusiastically jump in to assist you in whatever way they can.
Yeah.
Beautiful.
Yeah. Just do it. Do it.
Just do it.
Whew. You guys really want to say that? I don't know. It's legal over there, so maybe you want to go smoke some. That's what I'm hearing. Give yourself a little break. Little break. As much as you can handle, they're saying. Yeah. Hope that helped you. Okay. Okay. Next up, and guys, we still have openings for cosmic divine healings and readings. Next up, we have Angela Rain.
Angela Rain. All these pretty, pretty names tonight. Okay. What is that, Angela? What is that? Okay, hang on. I am feeling something very interesting. Oh. Okay, in my body, I'm feeling waves and I'm seeing sparkles. I'm seeing, like, your last name is Rain, and I started seeing all these sparkles raining down. Like, there's a lot of magic to you. You have an energy, an air of intrigue and mystery and magic, and you don't really know it. You're just bopping along feeling perfectly normal, but other people sense it. And sometimes they don't know what to do with it. And sometimes you may feel confused at the way people respond to you, the way they react to you, because in your mind, you're being perfectly like practical and showing up and talking to people and having a conversation, and they're experiencing you as like, whoa, way out there, man. And it's because you have a really magical energy about you that most people don't have. So what I'm getting from Spirit is, and I feel this in my heart, learn to enjoy that. Pay attention to how people respond to you and learn to enjoy and play with your energy, because it's really unique, and you can get into a place where you're not concerned with how people are responding to you, but you're enjoying how they're responding to your energy. And like it's good to be different is what I'm getting. It's good to be different. It's good to see people respond to you in interesting ways. Play with your energy. Play with your energy when you're out in public, when you see strangers responding to you. I feel like you will walk down the street and you will see people kind of do a double take, and you won't know why. Then maybe you'll feel insecure for a minute, like what? But they're responding to your aura. They're responding to your energy. So play with that and have fun with that. Oh, thank you for putting that comment up. She said, yes, I love that. And don't take it as there's anything. It's not bad to be different. It's good to be different. You don't have like what I do want to say is your energy is not woo all over the place. Like, you're not an all over the place person. It's pretty grounded, but it's definitely like magical and sparkly and like knocks people out off kilter a little bit. And Spirit wants you to have fun with that, to really enjoy that. Okay, let's pull some cards for you. Angie. And for the record, I really like it when people comment that they're resonating with the reading. Or even if you don't resonate with the reading, like I really like that. I don't know if Thomas, if it matters to you at all, but like I really like to see that people are.
We got two sets of comments. So we got StreamYard and then Facebook over here.
They don't all go to StreamYard?
No,
on all the pages?
Half of them are on Facebook.
Oh, that is a little annoying to deal with.
Okay. If you have two phones, you can pull up the other one.
I do have a phone. I could track comments on one. We could work that out for next time. Yeah. Okay, sweet Angie, new beginnings for you. Stepping off a cliff, man. You are really having the opportunity to step out and live life on faith and a prayer. And there's a piece of you. I mean, you have the 10 of Swords here. So it's like there's a whole cycle ending for you, and a powerful, powerful new beginning with this Ace of Wands. And then look at this. I mean, you have the Fool, which is the beginning of the master path, right? It's just like, I mean, you are just, this little chick is stepping off the branch, and like, is it going to be able to fly? Right? That's what you're asking yourself. And oh my God, but you're doing it. And here's the outcome for you, the Star. So if you take that leap of faith, if you step off the cliff, if you wrap up what is not working for you right now, you are wrapping up what is not working for you right now. And you have questions. You have questions about whether that's going to work out for you. It's going to work out for you. It is absolutely going to work out for you. Protect your energy, girl. Protect your energy. And what I mean is protect your, like, I feel like this is relating to like
Lemuria.
That's not. I was going more body focused with it. But if that's what you're pulling through, then take that as well. But I'm feeling like this is protect your. I said this in another reading. I alluded to this, I think, in another reading today, where it's like obligations, taking out too much responsibility. Like protect your energy. Don't don't let people in so readily into your inner space. I'm not talking about what I talked about earlier, which is having fun with people in your energy. That's kind of a different message. The cards are talking about kind of going in a new direction. Don't let people in so easily. Vet them is what I'm saying. Vet them, because you need to protect your energy, because you're in a really delicate place right now. You are taking a leap of faith. And I had a teacher one time, and he was a martial arts teacher of mine, and he said something that I never forgot, because it's so true. He said, I don't talk to people about my faith. He said, because it's fragile. He said, and people will poke holes in your faith, and then you begin to doubt. And you're in a place right now, Angie, where you don't need anybody to plant seeds of doubt, because you're taking a huge leap of faith, and it's going to take you to, again, the star. Protect your energy, take the leap. This is you. You're grounded. I felt that earlier. You're magical. You're sparkly. That's your aura and your energy, but you are grounded. So you got this, babe. Rock and roll.
So we're going a little different on this angle. I have these cards in front of me, but whatever. I'm just going to channel this. So, number one, dear. You know, it used to be a fairy.
Totally.
Fairies are tricksters. But that's not a bad thing. People like to use that trickster word and bad and whatever. It's a good thing, too. And that's why you have the effect you have on them. You have a very high connection with the fairies, as well as Lemuria. Lemuria, you can look up what Lemuria is. It's Lemuria. Plenty have written about it. It was next to Atlantis, whatever. But I feel like some of what, yeah, okay. So it's almost like you were a fairy in Lemuria. Okay. So you're like somebody tried to cut off your wings. That's why you're kind of more logically grounded, they're saying. Now, this may not make all the total sense to you, but it'll make sense later, they're saying. So when they cut off your wings and you're growing them back, that's why you can't have holes poked in your faith. Because you're growing them back the way you want to grow them back. So you're growing into what you need to grow into. But you're getting a little bit stuck in your mind too much. So it's right there. Beyond the mind meets the heart. So it's a matter of you asking yourself, what is it that truly gives me passion and joy, and running towards that?
Mm-hmm.
So the thing is that we all have many ways we can do things. But what works for you wouldn't work for me. And what works for Ingrid wouldn't work for me. You get where I'm going. You have to do it your way. I'm hearing that Frank Sinatra song. What is it? Your Way or the Highway or something like that. Mm-hmm. Anyway, I don't know if he's saying that, but whatever. So what they're saying, though, is moving into your own highway, making your own highways. I'm seeing this massive sparkly path, and what is that? I don't know if you want to do this, but I'm going to recommend it. Go to some place you feel safe that's forested a bit, maybe a national park, I'm hearing, depending on where you're at. Sit down. They're saying start some kind of meditation protocol for yourself. They're using very logical words. But set something down where you can spend maybe one day a week just starting to being quiet. Because you don't know it, but you will be working with the fairies. They'll be around you, and I feel like you're going to start feeling them. because they're always around in different parts. All you have to do is call them because you already have a connection with them. They'll help you. But it'll help open up you to seeing deeper into what you can do spiritually and where you can be spiritually and what you can embody spiritually. Okay, I don't know what being you are, but you're coming across as a fairy or like some kind of. It's this lady, and she has a wand, and she has wings, like fairy wings looking things, and a crown on her head, or tiara, she's saying. But somehow she's asking you to do that. Just step into that energy.
And when you said fairy, I was like, that's it. That's it. She's a fairy.
Yeah.
That's great.
And, yeah.
Totally resonates.
But I hope that helped you, Angie. They did a bit of healing in there while I was talking. So that's why it took me a little minute to pause. They were bringing codes through me. So, okay. Whew, shit. We still have openings, guys. It is $35, channel readings and healings. We still have a few more people on the list, though. Next up, we have Ada Kelly.
All right, beautiful. Okay, Ada. God, it is time for you to live in joy, is what I'm getting. It is, Spirit says it is time to let go of all of that. You are at a critical point where you have the ability. It's easier now than it ever has been before, but this window will not stay open forever. There's a window that you're in right now where it is going to be so much easier for you to let go of the pain. I'm getting the trauma, the traumatic experiences you've had, the stories, the beliefs, all of that crap that has been swirling around inside you and you've been really fighting against. Now is easier time than ever before to just let it go and get into a place of joy, joyful living. I'm seeing you sitting on a wall, like a small wall, and you're with people and you're just fully present in the moment and you're comfortable in your skin, in your body, and you're like cute as hell and like a little sensual, but not like overly sensual, but you're just so cute. Like I get this, like, you're just so cute and likable and joyful and friendly, and your energy feels light. And I feel like you haven't been able to live in light energy for a very long time. I feel like you have had a lot of trauma that you're dealing with. You've been traumatized. And Spirit would like to remind you, to point out to you, I have my guide showing up now, that there is a window right now where you can effectively let this go much more easily. You can put it down. So make the decision, make the commitment to put it down, to not identify with it anymore. And when that happens, you're going to really notice the uptick in your energy. You're going to notice yourself being more social, having more friends, having more people want to be your friend, want to be around you. There's a lightheartedness, social energy that I'm feeling when you just put down the heaviness. That's the opportunity for it. I feel like this must be a window from the full moon and the lunar eclipse and how it is affecting you particularly. This is powerful for you. And the window's not closed. Just because that is done, the window's not closed, okay? So you can go ahead and do that for yourself. Okay, let's pull some cards. Nice cards, some challenges. So you have the Star and the Emperor, which I just love. And then you have the Moon and the Seven of Cups, which is a lot of confusion, a lot of questioning. But that feels like a habit to me. I feel like you were in the habit of analyzing, questioning yourself, questioning your intuition, questioning whether this is like right or correct for you, or if you're like making the right decision, or if you are If you are like, should I do this? Is this right for me? But then you have the Son of Swords here, which says, trust yourself and go for it. Like, look at that owl. That's wisdom on the sword doing a nosedive. A nosedive. It's like, he's got wings. He can fly. He can drop that sword anytime and fly away. You got to trust yourself on that level. Everything is available to you right now. You have to stop questioning yourself. You have to get out of the spinning head, the spinning mind, which I'm getting is just a habit. Your intuition is strong. Your body is strong. Your body knows what you want. Your body knows what's up. Trust your body. Trust your belly. Trust your belly. And again, they're showing me this light, social, light energy, fun, enjoyment, not taking life too seriously, not a lot of responsibilities, almost like a teenager energy. You know what I mean? Like, even though being a teenager is really, really hard in a lot of ways, there's that sweetness to it where you're just coming into an adult mentality and mindset before you have all the responsibilities like all the shit you got to deal with. Like, there's that window there, and that energetically is available to you right now. You can let go of the hardship, okay, and you can do this. That's available to you. All right, Thomas.
Can you look at private comment?
Yep, saw it. Thank you.
Okay. So, hello, Nathan. Sorry, I called him. I think I called him the right name this time. I just see him on the feed. So, they're showing me a UFC fight. If you know what the UFC is, it's MMA. They're saying, because I keep biting on this fucking pen. They say it's time to bite down in your mouthpiece and get to work. The life you want is in front of you. You've played this game a million times. This isn't the first time you've done this, and it won't be the last. Well, maybe the last on earth, they're saying. But that's up for debate. But the point is that it is time for you to fully step into who you are. I love when I feel like I'm reading for myself. But they're saying to just get it done. They say you've dealt with way too much. You've dealt with way too much not getting what you rightfully deserve. I have a question, Ada. Doesn't that piss you off? Pisses me off. And there becomes a time where you just have to say, you know what? Fuck all these motherfuckers. I'm doing it my way. They just keep going with that, don't they? Frank Sinatra song. So it's time for you to develop this big, bold vision.
Ooh.
Write it down. 5 different things that you want to happen. And I want you to look at that and put it on your mirror, is what I'm seeing, every morning and every night. And look at that for like 2 to 3 minutes, maybe 5 minutes if you have the time. I know you work a lot, but look at it before you go to bed, before you wake up, because you're going to be reprogramming your subconscious mind and programming spirit into what you want. Now is the time for you to shift. My guides say this to me, Ada, sometimes. They say, have you had enough yet? Have you had enough? Is it enough?
Great.
That's what I have to say to you. They say it to me. And I don't know why they keep going on about plant medicine. Not that kind of, but the legal kind. Anyways, but whatever. Maybe you need some of that. I don't think you can do that. But whatever. The point is that maybe that'll help you relax out, they're saying. Just find something to help you relax out. Not alcohol, they're saying that. But something to help you relax out. And I just feel like there's a man coming in your future soon. But they say you have to clear out the cobwebs, clear out the things that don't need to be there anymore. Not literally cobwebs, but just start moving, and this will happen because you've been asking. Say you've been asking for this. So it's going to help you move into that energy a lot faster. But just be willing to step into that energy, they're saying. Be like, I've had enough. What do I do? Just keep asking, they're saying, over and over again. Keep asking, what do I do next? They're saying whatever picture they give you, look at it. If it fits with this, not even if it fits, just do it. It may seem stupid. It may seem like clean your car or whatever, or go to the park or whatever. Just do that. Do that. Do that. Do that. As I can feel energy coming up through me. So as I'm saying that, it's like you're releasing stuff. You're releasing different energy that you don't need anymore. Yeah. So yes. I don't need to do, I think they did the energy already through me. Did you? Yeah. Okay. For the most part. So thank you, Ada, so much for being here. And
thank you, beautiful.
Give a couple shout outs. Hello, Matthew. Hello, Rebecca, and everybody, Unity, and Nathan's on the feed. So hello. And next up, we have Amanda Hester.
Okay. Okay, Amanda. I'm getting a lot of throat chakra stuff, and I'm getting a lot of energy in the head. A lot of energy in the head. I feel like the energy wants to come down, and then it stops at the throat, and then it bounces back into the head. So what I'm getting for you is you need to work on the throat chakra. You need to work on pulling that apart, pulling that apart, pulling that apart, so you can distribute the energy from your head down into your body. You need that strength. You need the strength of that energy in your body. And I'm feeling you very like ungrounded. You don't have a lot of energy in the body, in the lower chakras and into the heart center. That it's just all very much in your head. I feel pain in my neck, in the back here. This is a point on the back of the neck between the nape, right at the nape of the neck and the skull. It's called the medulla oblongata. They call it the mouth of God. Okay, so that's a channeling point for us, and I literally feel physical pain at there. You have the ability to bring through spirit, but it's blocked right now because like all of your energy is shoved into your head. Everything is shoved into your head right now. It feels like you're really cut off from the neck down. So you need to get really deeply into your spiritual practice and expand your frequency and really move that energy down into your body, into your body, into your body. The best thing for you is going to be grounding, solitude. No, not solitude. Oh, holy shit. They just went, no, absolutely not. Sorry. Hang on. Grounding is really important. Don't spend too much time alone is what they're telling me, but you got to be conscious about who you're with, about the people you're around. Ooh, be really, really conscious about the kind of people that you're associating with and what their frequency is, because you're cut off here at the neck and don't have grounding in the body, you're very susceptible to getting hijacked by other people's energy. And so you need to really work on grounding, and then you got to be around people who are grounded and who are really stable and steady. You can mimic their energy. Thomas said something earlier to one of the person we read for is like about, but it was about communication, laying boundaries. And I'm going to take that as you can mimic how other people ground in their energy, how they root it into the earth, because you can feel it. You know, you're very sensitive is what I'm getting. You're very sensitive. Pulling that down into your body and then learning how to ground that in and keep that grounded in is going to really, really, really help you. And you'll be able to take solid steps in your life from that point on, once you get really grounded in your body. And I just keep getting, it's really going to help. It's really going to help. It's really going to help. So let's pull some cards for you, Gloria. Okay, 6 of Wands, the 10 of Wands, the Hermit, and the Devil. Interesting, the Hermit came up. I associate that with solitude, and I just said not solitude, but then we have the Devil and the 10 of Wands there too. I keep feeling like solitude will be good for you down the line, but it's not great right now. It's not great right. I feel like you because so much of the energy is up here and you're not grounded, it'd be really easy for you to spin out if you were by yourself. Really easy for you to spin out. So you got to choose the right people. The Six of Wands is a really positive card. It tells me there's victory ahead for you. You can do this. You can do this. You can get yourself grounded in. I feel like you need to get yourself like recalibrated and rerouted and almost like reborn, because you're just very, it's almost like it's like you've had like an internal blow up, like something exploded, like you just like something just like shattered you is what I'm getting. And that's why all the energy is in your head. But this is available to you. But it's going to be work. See, like you're going to have to get through these brambles. You don't have good perspective right now, even though the energy's all in your head. You don't have great perspective right now. You're going to need other people to help you with that perspective. And, you know, the hermit is going into your shell. But, you know, the other thing about the hermit is introspection and making your way through the mystery and through the illusion, because you're carrying a light with you. You're carrying a light. The devil is, that's a lot of shadow stuff that you're dealing with. Okay, that's a lot of your shadow, your mental stuff coming up, emotional stuff coming up, all kind of bubbling up to the surface. So you have your work cut out for you. The Mother of Cups tells me that there's help for you. There's relationships in your life or people coming in who are going to be able to help you with this, help you get grounded into your body so that you can reset. You need to reset, recalibrate, and then continue to move forward. But again, Six of Wands here. This is doable for you. You got this. We have this the Four of Swords on the bottom here, and you know we talked about all the energy being up here, but cut off at the neck and kind of the energy hitting the blocked throat and bouncing back up into the head. Whenever I feel energy in the head like that, I know that you're in your head. You're in your mind. You're way too much in your mind. You got to get reconnected with the body so that you can recalibrate and reset and move forward. And remember, focus on this. The Six of Wands is here. Six of Wands is victory. Six of Wands is, I did it, I won, I succeeded, I got what I needed, I did what I needed to do, and I did it really well. And it's also celebration for your victories. Okay, so people are going to notice. And I get this feeling that you need that. Like you need to be noticed, you need to be seen. And that is what's coming for you. If you do this work, you're going to get that. You're going to get what you need in that. And all of us need to be seen. Honey, all of us, like that's not a, oh, you're just, you know, unique in that you need to be seen. You need to be seen for this. You need to be witnessed. And those witnesses are here for you. If you don't see them right now, that's okay. You got a lot of energy in your head and your perspective is not clear. There's brambles in the way, but that energy is there or it's coming in fast. That witness, okay? It's going to be very helpful for you. All right, Thomas.
Thank you. There's a reason. Ooh, throat chakra. Okay. There's a reason that you're feeling discombobulated. This goes back a few lifetimes. I'm saying a Celtic lifetime. It's around Ireland or that Norway. I'm hearing Viking, other stuff. Oh shit. Okay. So you got beheaded.
Wow.
Yeah, I'm seeing that. For something. I don't even think you really did anything bad. I just think you got accused of something. That energy is coming into this lifetime. Kind of, not totally, but a little bit. You're not going to get beheaded, but the point is that that's why the energy is getting stuck partly. I need to tell you that for some reason. I don't know why. Also, remember that when you're with other people or intimate with other people, you're sometimes absorbing their energy. And it's driving you a bit crazy. Which goes case in point with, I don't know, with the human design chart where you're at and what's open and what's not. But if you're absorbing the emotions of other people, they're saying, imagine that on a, you get where I'm going, on another level. Moving forward, though, it's a rebirth. It's coming to life. It's also diving into the light of who you are and following your own rhythm, because you have the own rhythm to how you do things. Regardless of how you're judged by others, they're saying don't pay much attention to that. But remember that this is your show. But you gotta, as empathic people, especially a lot of times in the beginning, not saying you're at the beginning, but that's what they're saying. Not for you, just in general, empathic people, is that they're very up here in their third eye and their crown. They're not in the human chakras. So you've really got to get into what those human chakras. There's a book. I know you're going to hate this. It's called Wheels of Life. Wheels of Life. It's 1,000 pages on chakras alone. It's the first book that came in like 1986 on chakras. It's considered like the authority on chakras. I think you should take a look at it, the physical book they're saying, because that way it's going to help you tune into each chakra. I almost feel like you've got to go from throat chakra to heart chakra to, I got throat to heart chakra to solar plexus to sacral to root. You've got to understand what each chakra does, because in each of those chakras there holds power for you. Yeah. Yeah. Once you can move with those different chakras and the different energies, it's literally like you'll be playing a piano, like each key will be a different chakra. Yeah. Yeah. Okay. And that is my beautiful reading. Thank you. I hope that helped you, dear.
Awesome.
Let me see if I can. Okay. Hi, Kurt. Oh, thank you. Okay. Sorry, my charging cable keeps getting stuck on my chair. What's up, Mr. Christian? Watching my feed. Anyways, okay. I see you. So next up we have Carol Jacobs. Do you want to take we got 3 more people. You want to take a break?
Yeah, let's take a little break. Take a 1 minute break, and then we'll come right back.
1 minute. So we'll be right back. Chris, I hope you donate, motherfucker. Anyways, okay, here we go. Okay, we are back.
Back with a vengeance.
I'm just gonna keep smoking. Okay. So,
we had Carol, yeah?
Carol Jacobs, yes.
All right. Beautiful Carol. There's a kitty at my feet roaming around. What does that mean for Carol? Oh, honey, you're tired. That's what I'm picking up. You're tired. I'm sorry. I'm tired. you do need a break, and you feel like you can't take a break. You don't see the end in sight, is what I'm getting from spirit. You don't see the end in sight. And you're just, I feel like you feel like you're wasting away. Like it's just so hard. It's so hard. I feel like you're becoming a shell of yourself, a wraith, like you're thinning out, you're becoming transparent and translucent, and you see no end in sight. And that's a really hard place to be. And yet you keep going. And what that tells me is the stories you tell yourself about there being no end in sight and that you can't do it anymore, and that it's just, you have a lot of I can't energy, and yet you keep doing it. So let's flip that. You can, and you are. And my feeling is when you flip that story in your head, instead of saying, I can't, this is hard, I'm wasting away, I'm exhausted, when you start to flip that to, dang, look what I'm capable of. Look what I'm doing. I am doing it. I am getting up every day. I am doing the thing. I am moving forward. That's when your break is going to come for you. That's when it's going to break. Something is going to break in your life. It's going to get better. And the thing that you can do to help move it along is shift your mindset and the way that you're thinking about your life situation right now, the way you're thinking about your exhaustion and what you're having to deal with. And it just feels like I get this sort of tinge of unfairness. Like you really shouldn't be having to do all of this, is what I feel like. This shouldn't have to be you. But it is. And so you have to find a way to start shifting the way you're thinking about your current life situation and find thoughts that are empowered. How can you reframe your consistent thoughts of exhaustion and why and unfairness and I can't and this is so much and there's no end in sight? How can you reframe that to be an empowering thought, even if you're exhausted, even if it's not what you want? You can admit to yourself, I don't love this, I don't want to do this, but you can still be in a more empowered place with the way that you're thinking about it than a disempowered place, because you are strong as hell. You have a lot of strength, tenacity. You have more staying power than you ever gave yourself credit for. And that's what this situation is showing you. It's showing you how deep you can go, how deep the well goes, how much you can continue to keep pulling forth from you. And that's really good information. And that's an opportunity to find more ways to love yourself and what you're capable of. Okay? The end isn't in sight because of the perspective. With the perspective shift, the end of this time will come. It will break like a fever. They're like clouds breaking apart and the sun shining through. It will happen. The thinking is really an important piece of that. Okay, your cards. The Six of Pentacles, the High Priestess, the Eight of Wands, the Strength card, and the Hanged Man. Everything is good here. Help is available to you. Make sure you ask for it. Don't play that I have to do it all when you don't have to do it all. Okay? Ask for it. You have a wicked good intuition. You have the ability to switch from your mind to your intuition, and that's what I'm asking you to do. I'm asking you to shut off your mind and get into your heart and move from the place of the heart and not the mind, not the stories. The Eight of Wands says things are going to start picking up speed. They're going to move very quickly, and it's going to come to a conclusion. But you have the Hanged Man over here. So not yet. You're in stasis. But you're doing a lot of healing. You have the Strength card. Tremendous amount of healing. And this is the strength that you bring to bear in this situation. Okay? You just keep pulling it out. Learn to love that about yourself and honor that about yourself instead of feel badly about it. Like I have this comment, feeling like you should be on easy street. You're in your 50s, right? That's the thinking that I'm talking about. This should be easy. But what is it? It is what it is. How can you find an empowered expression of it is what it is? Something that I looked at recently, and I have not dug too deeply into this, but it's the work of Byron Katie. And she's brilliant. It's really simple. And the premise is you have to deal with what's going on in front of you, not how you think it should be. And it's about switching your mind. And when you accept fully what is happening in the here and now, only then can you change it. You have to accept it. You would like to be on easy street. You're not. Maybe there's not even a should be, but you'd like that. accept that you're not, and find an empowered way to look at that. How do you take your power back instead of putting it out here? It's coming to a close. You have the 10 of Swords on the bottom of the deck. This difficult time is coming to a close. If you take this to heart and you just make those shifts as you notice the thoughts, the disempowering thoughts, and you do your best to turn those into empowering thoughts, it's going to close it out and things are going to get easier for you. You know, the reason you're in pain is because you know that that's available for you. Ease is available for you. It's not happening right now. It's available. But that's different than it should be easy. Do you feel the energetic difference there, Carol? I want you to just feel into the energetic difference and see how that feels to you. But you got this. You got this. The end is coming.
So Byron Katie, correct?
Yeah.
Okay. I've read a few of her books. It's been a couple years.
Yeah.
I need to tell this story for some reason. So she was literally going crazy for years.
Mm-hmm.
And then one day she just woke up and everything changed. It took her like 2 years to realize how to even explain it. Because overnight it was like she shifted. What is the message here? Give me a second. It is, as Ingrid said, moving into a new energy. But it's also about playfulness and embracing your sensuality, sexuality. I can say that on Facebook. Sexuality, embracing that you're no longer the puppet of other people, and that you are really the puppeteer that's leading your own life. Too many people get stuck in wanting admiration or accolades. I'm just channeling it. Mm-hmm. Or even other people's approval. I think everyone does that to some extent, but one thing I've realized is that that is not something that even fucking matters. You have to be happy for yourself. Walking into that. They don't really want me to give many messages for this, but I'm going to do something with energy. So I'm going to give you a straight shot of energy. And your guides are going to, and your higher self's going to know what to do with it. So you're going to feel a little bit of it, they're saying. But because I can feel the rundown. Okay, tap me on. To Metatron. The Galactic Councils. Thank you. Say I accept, Carol. Now. Throat, heart, solar plexus, sacral, root chakra, feet, hands. Disperse through energetic field. Like that. And to the back. All the way around. Circle. Guides, I need your guides to help me. Steph and Raphael, thank you. Just to her. Thank you. Just her. And whew, shit. Okay. There wasn't really much of a message. They just wanted me to give the energy. Channel the energy.
That's perfect.
Thank you, Carol. Next, what's it? I'm getting lost. I get so many people's names.
I'm writing down the names as you're giving them to me. So tell me what you're looking at.
Jennifer Burgess is next.
Have not done Jennifer.
Yeah. I can start. Okay. Jennifer. So, Hold on a second. I can use the cards. I don't really need them, but I'm going to shuffle them on channeling hole. There's a heaviness around you right now, and you're feeling like a ship is sailing away. Like there's some kind of, I'm getting it's a relationship of some sort, and that it's sailing away from you. It could be family, it could be a lover, it could be a husband. I'm not really sure. But what they're talking about is that it's important for you to realize that everything happens for a reason. So right there, every journey starts with a single step. Everything happens for a reason. Number two, you have to trust in the process, because the process is going to show you what you need to know. Number three, this will be a storm of sorts of what's happening to you. Number four, I'm just cutting the deck as I go. But how you come out of this is understanding who you truly are and understanding what you can do, because that old energy is no longer serving your purpose. It's no longer serving where you want to go or who you want to be. But it's going to help you move into something much greater, if you so accept to move into this energy, they're saying. But it's happening for a reason. They're saying hold fast and hold on to what's happening, because there's lessons here that you need to see so you can fully embody who you are. Because from these lessons, you're going to learn things about yourself. And they're saying they know it's hard for you. At the same time, it's part of the process for you. It's part of the process of what you're going through. And it's part of the process of what's going to happen next for you. Remember that there are archangels you can call upon if you need guidance, as well as Jesus, they're saying. And they can talk to you in your sleep or while you're awake. Yes.
Okay.
That's it.
All right. Jennifer, I feel a burning sensation across my back, like a burning, and I'm getting like something ripped off of you. I'm getting a ripping sensation. It's like tape, like duct tape or something, just being ripped off of you. Oh, I feel like you've been in prison, and it's like the tape is being ripped off. You've been tied up, bound up. That's what it feels like to me. It's being ripped off, and there's a burning sensation, and it's really uncomfortable. But that burning sensation, that discomfort, that pain is going to be short-lived, and you're going to end up so much more free, so much more alive, so much more alive in your being. And I get the sense that you don't feel like that. You hear these words and you're like, yeah, maybe, doubt it. Like you're just feeling really low. You're feeling really low. And Spirit is here to tell you that even if you don't feel it right now, try and have faith that things are going to not just get better and easier, they're going to get great. They're going to get great. Everything that is happening to you right now, the losses that you're experiencing, that tape getting ripped off, it's like, I'm getting this image of like a woman being kidnapped, right? Like being kidnapped and being tied up by your kidnapper and duct tape around your wrist and your face, and like you've been kidnapped and you're stuck there. And then like getting rescued and the duct tape being ripped off and the pain from that and the residual pain from the experience and the shock and the trauma and the what the, you know, you keep looking at that rescue when you're in the thick of it and you go, that's going to be better. Everything's going to be better as soon as I get rescued. Now you've been rescued and it's not better. And you're going, what do you mean? It's not better. You're still like struggling. I see like you out and floating out in space, no grounding, just floating out in space, feeling totally out of control. But it will get better. It'll get better slowly. And the shock of your experience, the intensity of your experience, I see you now setting foot on another planet. Like I just saw you like spinning out in space and then finding a home on another planet, like a home world. And just drifting down out of the sky and touching it with your feet and then landing and then feeling much more happy and grounded and centered. And I got the word committed. Committed. Commitment's very important to you. Commitment's very important to you. So it's rough right now, but it will get better. And Spirit would like to ask you to just have faith in that. To just have faith in that. All right, your cards, my sweet. The Four of Cups. So I call this the gratitude card because it's always saying you need gratitude. You need to look at what is in front of you that is working and not focus so much on what is not working, on what is lacking. You have the Star card, honey, and you have the Two of Cups. So commitment, love, the best you can possibly imagine is in your future. And you have the Temperance card. And for me, that says you're going to feel more balanced and more whole and more complete on the other side of this experience. You make it easier for you by really focusing in on gratitude. Make a gratitude list every day. Make it a habit. Make it a practice. It will really, really, really help you get through this difficult time. You have the Daughter of Swords on the top of the deck. Honesty, radical honesty with yourself and with others is what is required right now. You're cutting through some bonds. And you have the Devil. So this is bringing up a lot of shadow shit. Just a lot is coming to the surface all at once. And it feels really uncomfortable. But this is not going to last for you forever. This is a blip in your lived experience. And it's going to take you to a higher frequency moving through the shock and the intensity of this experience. It's going to up-level you. And we need that. I don't think there's a human on the planet that doesn't go through their version of what you're experiencing, sometimes, many times, in order to up-level, in order to step into the highest version of themselves. So you're doing great. You're doing better than you think you are. The energy is really powerfully supportive of you. You can help it by really focusing on gratitude and really looking at what is working about this situation, what is helpful, what is the gifts that you're receiving from your life and your situation right now.
Thank you, dear, for being here, Carol. Jennifer, sorry. Getting a little multidimensional.
Yeah, loopy time.
Next up, we have Lisa Whitesell.
Do you want me to start?
Yeah, if you don't mind.
I don't mind. Okay, let me pull out some energy real quick, Lisa. Make sure that I'm clear for your sweet self. Okay. Ooh, I like what I'm picking up here. I feel like you are, keep wanting to crack my back, like crackle, 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 stretch. When I meditate and I have a really good meditation, I clear energy, my back always cracks. And that's how I know, like, I'm like, oh yeah, clear that out. And I feel like that's what you're experiencing in your life right now. You're opening up, you're clearing out, you're stretching, you're feeling good. You're feeling like, yeah, you're feeling better than maybe you've ever felt or you've felt in a really long time. I feel like you're really finding your footing. You're really understanding yourself. You're really liking yourself. Everything's just kind of like, yeah, okay, yeah. You're feeling like you really make some movement. And I feel a lot of energy in the sacral chakra, and that's creativity. And that creative movement, it's a creativity. And for you, I don't think creativity necessarily comes out in traditional ways. It comes out when you're feeling like happy. It all comes out in conversation a lot is what I'm getting. I'm feeling like you can talk to more people and that doesn't feel draining to you. You really have a lot of life force energy and you're really grounded and you're like, okay, yeah. And you just kind of moved a lot of energy, stuck energy out of your body. And Spirit says, well done. Well done. This is excellent. So you can trust this. What I'm getting is, there's a part of you that goes, how long is this going to last? Like, can I depend on this? Am I going to go back to the heaviness? Am I going to, is this just like a little reprieve and then I'm just going to have to like work hard and struggle? And I'm getting like, you can trust this. Like you've turned a corner, you've made a shift. And, while life is always going to have challenges, there's a difference between challenge and struggle. And you've graduated from struggle. And now you're working with challenges, but humans like challenges. We get very bored when it's easy, and that's when we create drama for ourselves because we like a challenge, right? That's the lowest expression of what we do. So life is going to have challenges, but you are up for the challenge, and I feel like your attitude is really good. It's better than it's ever been. You are positive. You are loving yourself. You are feeling confident in yourself. You are feeling grounded in yourself. You trust yourself. This is really good energy that I'm picking up on. So this makes me really happy. Let's pull cards for you. Bum, bum, bum. I'm getting this boppy kind of energy from you and like, yeah, good. A lot of energy. You have a lot of energy for what you want to do. I love that. Well, with the Sun card, this is literally the happiest card in the deck. Like it does not get better than the Sun. The Sun is like happiness and well-being. things are still unfolding for you. So you're feeling this energy and you have not reached the pinnacle yet. It is still coming. It is continuing to unfold for you. You have a tremendous amount of personal power operating right now. Whatever you want to do, you should go for it. You should go for it. I get the sense intuitively that you're not sure exactly what you want to go for yet, but when you do know, just go for it. Don't hesitate as soon as you know. Father of Cups, emotional maturity, emotional mastery. I also feel like you're very ready for a real relationship, like a partnership. I feel like you've never been so ready to draw in or draw out an ideal partnership. All right. A friendship that is also a love relationship, that is romantic, there's all the things. You're really ready for that. Things have shifted and you did the work to make them shift. You really did it. Wheel of Fortune, things have turned and they've turned in your favor. You went in deep for a long time. You don't have to stay here though. Okay, you don't have to stay in hermit mode. You can if you want to, but you really don't have to. You can start putting yourself out there. I feel like you're still spending a lot of time in solitude, but you're really ready to get out there, is what I'm feeling, and start wheeling and dealing, shaking and moving. Okay, you're awesome. You're doing it. You've done the thing, and you can trust where your energy is now. You can trust that this is your new baseline.
Okay. There's a lot of different energies affecting you. Oh, I know why they're talking about the witch stuff. Okay, so number one, dear, you've had past lifetimes as a witch. They want you to know that. But the reason they want you to know that is because you can connect in with the four energies of the earth. This is interesting. So what I'm seeing, this is going to help elevate you a bit and bring you out of your shell. It's something you used to do quite a bit ago. I'm feeling that energy clearing out of your heart chakra. Okay, so 3 rocks is what I'm seeing. You don't even need crystals because back then they probably didn't have crystals everywhere. 3 rocks in the form of a triangle around you. In the middle, you sit, and that's where you sit and meditate. They're saying you can do this in the house, but out in nature would be better for you. And it's going to help you move more into alignment with that energy of those past lifetimes where you used to do that, because what you're walking into is this alchemy thing, where you can literally start to work with the elements and start to see that there's 2 sides to every coin. Because I've been trying to figure out what these cards mean forever. But if you look at this, I just pulled my animal deck, which I never even use. But they look like they're connecting. So it's yin and yang. I'm not so concerned about the animals and what their messages are. And it's about a bunch of glare from my ring light. But the point is this is a yin and yang, that you're understanding the balance of what's happening around you and what you can do with that energy. But on the softer side of that is taking flight, as well as taking note of the messages and the whispers and secrets that drift on the breeze. They're taking me back to the continent of Africa. At some past lifetime you had there. They're saying that you could literally talk to the animals at any time. And ask them the secrets to their existence and the secrets that they have expounded upon on the universe. And what I'm saying, I'm not recommending you taking ayahuasca in any way, shape, or form. But I know that animals take ayahuasca, like lions. They actually chew on the leaves, and they be all tripped out for hours. But it's something to do with that lifetime. So you can move into that energy. Again, not the ayahuasca energy, but the energy of speaking to the animals around you. This will be the next one of the next levels in your initiation of this lifetime. But that's why they're saying use the 3 rocks. I'm just seeing bigger rocks, maybe get some river stones is what I'm seeing. and it's in a triangle pattern, and in the middle you sit. You're going to be focusing the energy to come in by doing this. And you're going to have to sit there and like maybe in silence for a bit, you know. But they're saying do it over and over again. Your answers are going to come to you. There's something else. Yeah, it just reiterates, I already said. It's seeing the true you. It's seeing who you truly are, which is key. Lisa, I hope that helped you, dear. We have one more. List is closed, everybody. Carrie Downing.
Harry?
Carrie Downing. Yes.
Carrie. Okay. Carrie Downing.
Carrie, are you here? Can you comment?
Holla. Let's do a Carrie. Okay.
Anyway.
Carrie. You know what I started singing in my head when I said that, Carrie? You know that Name Game song, Carrie? It's from like the 60s, where it's a song called The Name Game. And they just have a whole way of like changing up the names. Carrie, Bowberry, Banana, Bowberry, you know, like that song. So look up that song. It's called The Name Game. Maybe if you want to listen to it just for fun. But here's what they're telling me because they're giving me that song. They're telling me that like, oh God, you do not have to be stuck in one identity in this lifetime. You get to choose who you want to be and how you want to be every single day. That is your prerogative. That is your gift. You will be so happy when you allow yourself to do that. When you allow yourself to get up and be a completely different person than you were yesterday, completely different in your aesthetic, in your attitude, maybe even in your beliefs. I mean, you could change everything from day to day. I feel like that would be such great energy for you. You could even, you know, if you're out talking to strangers, you could be a different person, a different character, give them a different name. Because it doesn't matter, you know, when it doesn't matter. I mean, you probably don't want to do it if it's like matters, but you know how it is. Like when you just talk and meet somebody, you'll never see them again. Be a new person every day. Spirit is saying that is really going to help you work through some stickiness and some stuck energy that you've been dealing with. I feel like you've been feeling really stuck, and getting into just like really embodying a new energy, a new person, a new perspective, new styles, new outfits, new all of that every day is going to help you break through and break apart that stuck energy that you've been experiencing. So I don't know if you'll really be interested in hearing that song, but that's when they gave that to me. That's the message they gave with it. God, I've thought about that song forever. That's the message they gave, is that you will break apart some stuck energy by literally letting yourself be a new person. And this is true for everybody. Like none of us have to be who we were yesterday. We get to evolve and change and try new things on because that is our prerogative. We have free will. We are here to experience and have the whole spectrum of the human experience. So don't let yourself get pigeonholed. That creates stickiness and stuck energy and this like tarry substance is what I'm getting. I'm feeling like a tarry substance in your heart and your power center, which tells me that you're feeling really disconnected from your authentic core, from your identity and who you are. Just sticky, stuck. It's not working for you. And trying on different identities is going to help you break through that and break that apart and really help you understand who you are. And I feel like who you are authentically is very changeable. I feel like you're a person who needs to be really different regularly. You're not a person who gets into a rhythm and a routine naturally. It's not what makes you happy. I think you probably do it because you've been taught to do that and conditioned, and it's just kind of what you do. But I think it makes you unhappy. I don't think it fosters happiness. I think lots of change of scenery, change of identity is ultimately what is going to make you happy. It make you feel light and make you feel free and make you feel like this life is, and what I just heard, this is really intense, but this life is worth living. It's worth doing. It's like gives you something fresh and wonderful every day. And I feel like you don't have that right now. And I would like to see you have that. So try that on and see how that feels. Just changing it up, changing your identity every day. Okay, cards. Boom, boom, boom. Son of Pentacles, Daughter of Wands, Two of Swords, Son of Swords. You know, it's interesting. These cards are not really speaking to me. I don't think they're really connected to you. I've been pulling cards for everybody else, but I don't think that's what you need. And it's interesting. I kept shuffling and shuffling. And normally when I'm pulling cards, I'm like, okay, now it's time. And I didn't feel that. I kind of forced myself to like split the deck and pull the cards. And I just don't really think these cards are for you. I think the message I gave you is what you need. And I don't think any more cards are required because I'm just not feeling it. So I'm going to bounce it over to our beautiful Thomas here, and he can take us home.
I'm not really getting any cards either. I flipped through like 3 different decks the last 2 people. It's energy. Okay, Carrie. I want you to say I accept. I haven't seen her comment, but I'm not seeing Facebook comments. I'm only seeing who's watching. Okay. You want to feel this here first. Heart chakra activation now. Spin. Tap into solar plexus chakra. Open, release, recalibrate, light. Sacral, open, release, recalibrate, light. Move into root chakra. Open, release, recalibrate, light. Move into throat chakra, right there. Release. They're saying there's messages you have to give. Be ready to give them. Michael's talking. He's very direct. Okay, I see. Recalibrate throat chakra, light. Just going to hold that for a minute. Dear, you don't have to be burdened with what happened in your past. Right hand. You need masculine energy too. Masculine, Michael, step through. Thank you. There's like 4 angels pouring energy into me. Okay. The thing you... My higher self. So you don't have to be burdened by what you were in the past. They're showing me a snake shedding its skin. It's time for you to shed away what no longer serves you. So you've had a lot of pressure around you from people and yourself especially, I'm hearing. But that pressure can make a diamond. What I'm seeing is that diamond breaking through the coal. So it's literally that pressure is you're being pressured to do something. I don't know exactly what that is. I'm hearing it has to do with career and life. But breaking through that threshold is the next step for you. What I'm seeing is a bunch of things holding you backwards. Like they're pulling you back to where you used to be. You don't need to be listening to those people or places or whatever. You don't need to be listening to them. You need to be moving this way instead of backwards. I don't know if on the camera I'm reversed, but you need to be moving forward. That's where the answers are going to lie. Definitely get into some water, because there's a lot of emotions that need to be released. So when you get into water, or even near water, water has a way of running emotions. I don't know where you live, dear. I'm not sure. But getting into actual water will help, especially flowing water, even near it for a period, if they're saying 10 to 20 minutes, 20 on the preferable side, will help move that energy away from you. And help you, not away from you, but help you transmute that energy. Anything to add to that?
Mm-mm.
Okay.
Felt very complete when I did the reading for her. That's just what wanted to come through.
And I think that's it. I don't see any comments, so I don't know with Facebook.
I saw a couple of comments on here. Sherry was affirming Here, let me see if there's any more. I've been trying to keep track of those a little bit. Let's see what we got. Yep. She's in Oklahoma.
Okay. Oklahoma. Near you somewhere.
She loves direct, so she loves the direct. Great.
Yeah. And energy, Carrie. Just like that. Okay. And guys, we are complete. Ingrid, do you have anything to promote?
Yeah. Sure do. Go to my website. Check out the masterclass I'm doing next week. Thank you for that, Thomas. It's a pay what you can, okay? And it's essentially like really learning how to step into your power and your joy and live the life of your dreams, like your dreams, you know, to really live life on your terms. I'm calling it How to Live Epically. And it's 4 days with me. I'm going to be taking you through all the tools and the spiritual hacks that I use to live my life. And what has taken me through my healing process is like a crash course in this miraculous living. And like I said, this is so important to me and so close to my heart. It's a pay what you can. So it's whatever exchange feels right for you, then go ahead and fill out the form, reserve your seat. And we're going to start next week on Tuesday. And we're going to go Tuesday through Friday. If you can't make all 4 days, that's totally okay. I'm going to record the sessions. You know, you can listen to it and ask questions later. It's fine. But I would love to have you join me for that and spend some really good quality time with me and let me share the gifts that I have to offer, the really deep and rich gifts that I have to offer, the healing and the teaching, and take it out into your life. Because I really keep getting the message, Thomas, and I'm sure that you have gotten this as well. The new earth is carried on the backs of the individual, and we are expanding into this new earth. And in order to expand into the new earth, the individual has to come into alignment with their most authentic selves. And that is living a life of joy and freedom, whatever that means. The outside is like whatever. I'm talking about the energy here. And so I am on fucking fire and passionate about bringing this to whoever resonates with me in my energy and wants to be a part of it. So that's on my website, IngridTurner.com, right there on the homepage. Click the banner. It'll take you to all the information. You can sign up right away.
And if anyone's interested in scheduling with me, it's ThomasSawyer.com. Also follow the Psychic Kitchen. I know some people from TikTok are here, so I'll be doing some stuff in there. I'm just fleshing it out. But we are complete. Thank you, everyone, for being here.
Thank you so much. This was really, really fun. Yes. I can't wait to do it again. And thank you, Thomas.
Yes. We will all talk to you soon. Thank you.